Are you struggling with shoulder pain? Are you waking up frequently at night because your shoulder hurts when you roll over on it in the wrong position? If so, you may be dealing with a rotator cuff problem. My name's Matt Davis. I'm an orthopedic surgeon, and in today's video, I'm going to go over one of the most common and simplest strategies that we utilize to take care of a rotator cuff problem. So if you see my previous video where I went over some of the anatomy of the rotator cuff, that'll help, but I'll quickly review some here. This is a model of the shoulder. The collarbone is here. The shoulder blade is this big bone here, and then the arm is out here. And the rotator cuff muscles and tendons attach to the shoulder blade, and then they come out here and attach to the outer part of the upper arm. So they surround the ball part of the shoulder. And their primary function is to help elevate the arm, so raising the elbow out away from the side, and then to help rotate the arm in different positions. That's where the rotator cuff name comes from. So when the rotator cuff is painful, it's often a sign of inflammation or irritation in the shoulder. And one of the most effective strategies that we have to deal with that is anti-inflammatory medications. Now, if you listen to the news and you read things, you will be aware of the risks and concerns that all medications can possess, but particularly anti-inflammatories. And that's something to take seriously, but they can be very useful and helpful medications when they are used properly. If the movement that you're doing throughout the day or the way that you sleep with your arm in an elevated position is causing irritation, then an anti-inflammatory can be very helpful for that sort of situation. And what I see a lot of people do in my office is they will take something for 2 or 3 days and then they'll discontinue it and think, well, that didn't help, so they just don't try it again. And oftentimes that's just simply not enough time to see if it really works. So that's probably the first thing that I think people should do on their own, is to take an anti-inflammatory medication daily for at least a week, maybe 2, as long as it's not causing any problems. Now, the over-the-counter medications include Advil, Motrin, Aleve, and ibuprofen. Tylenol is helpful as a pain reliever, but it's not an anti-inflammatory, so it's not as likely to help with this sort of problem as Advil or Aleve are going to. So I would pick one of those, take it daily for a week, and see how much effect that has. If you can stop taking it after a week, then you're good. If the pain comes back after a week, then you may need to try a little bit longer, maybe 10 days or 2 weeks instead, or come in to see someone to have it evaluated to figure out if that really is indeed the problem.